All right, guys, so today we are with Hamza and we're going to talk about your experience with Forex. As people may know, Hamza has recently come on Instagram suddenly after how many years of trading Forex? 5 years of trading Forex. He's popped up on Instagram and everyone's amazed at your results. I want to, you talk about it. Like, how much have you made with trading Forex in the past 6 months?
So with Forex trading, I've made around $70,000 with AlphaCapital.
How much funding?
Funding about 200k funding with AlphaCapital, which made me around $70,000. Yeah.
Okay. In total, how much funding do you have now?
Now I've got around 600 in funding.
Okay.
That's 400 with AlphaCapital and 200 with another prop firm.
Which one is that one?
Quanteco. It's just like a new prop firm.
Quanteco. Sounds like testicle. Quanteco. What kind of name is this? Okay, perfect. So Hamza, tell us about your background. How did you get into trading Forex?
So I got into trading through signals, like most newcomers do.
Okay.
I took signals 24-hour trading academy.
So Hamza was one of my... Did I know you? No, actually, I didn't know you before trading, unlike Nadeem. Yeah. So Nadeem, your brother, Umar Nadeem, he also has a YouTube channel, and he's not so active on YouTube anymore because of being too busy. But Hamza knew me before Umar and more Nadeem, as many of you guys know. So you started with the signals, and then how long did you do signals for?
I think I've done signals for around 6 months, 8 months. 6 to 8 months.
How did that go? You don't have to lie.
It went alright, but you have to be with your phone, like on alert whenever the signals come through. So obviously I've got a busy life. I can't be waiting for signals to come through so I can...
Why did you do it for 6 months then? Too long.
Just I thought I'd give it a go.
Okay, so you got into trading with Forex signals, and then what were you doing around that time? What's your job?
I was working... I work with in my family business. I run my family business, manage everything. So that's my main job. Trading was just on the side.
So you got already a lot of money coming in. It's a family business. What industry is that in?
It's the food industry.
Okay, food industry. Oh, yeah. Perfect. And how long have you done that for?
I've been doing that from 2016, 2017, for a good couple of years.
And how much time does that take up of your day?
A lot of my time. So I'd say 8-9 hours on my day.
Okay. So what made you transition from trading signals into becoming an independent trader?
So from taking signals, obviously, like I said, you had to be on your phone and alert all the time. That didn't work for me. I then took a course in 2019, your 4-week in-person course in 2019.
Just before Nadeem?
Yeah, just before he did. So that helped me quite a lot.
Because some of the strategies that you do now, I think you still implement.
Yeah, how I trade now is kind of still like what you used to teach before, but obviously just tweaked it a little bit more just to suit myself.
And time frames wise, you go down into load. I mean, we'll go into your detail of how you trade as we progress on. Okay, so that is good. So you did that, and then how long did it take you to become profitable?
I'd say 18 months of trial and error to become profitable. Then I started trading with my own capital, and I transitioned into trading prop firms late 2023 is when I went into trading prop firms.
So until then you were trading only personal accounts, because prop firms, I'm guessing, weren't in the space. Not many were out there, even though they were, but it wasn't as popular as it is now. With prop firms, what was the difference between prop firm trading and personal trading?
Day and night difference. Obviously you're not risking your own capital trading with the prop firm funds, so that's like a huge piece, I guess you call it, that you're not losing your money all the time. I mean, you're paying for challenges, but it's nothing compared to what you could lose in your own funding.
Yeah, okay, perfect. And also, I'm guessing trading with a bigger capital, how does it affect your psychology? Like you're trading with a 200k account versus, let's say, $2,000. What was the maximum personal account you traded?
I think the maximum I had was around 10,000-15,000 at one point, but obviously nothing compared to like having a 200,000 and looking at those kind of numbers. It does have an effect on you psychologically, but you have to kind of overcome that. I guess it does take a while to get used to the numbers fluctuating on the MT5, MT4, whatever you're using. But it's all a mental game, it's all a psychology game at the end of the day.
And was it smooth going into prop firms? Like, how many challenges did you fail before the first profit?
I think I failed around 5 or 6 challenges, late 2023. And I got my first payout in 2024 January, which was for around $32,000. It wasn't easy.
Okay, so how of those 5-6 challenges that you failed, what was the size of those challenges?
They were all 200k, yeah.
So how comes you didn't go for smaller accounts and scale up? Why would you say you didn't go for like a 10k, 20k, 50k, then 200? Why would you say you went straight 200?
I think obviously it's if you've been trading on your own capital for a while and you go into like a, say I went into like a 10 or 20k, I think I was just ready for like the 200k.
Okay, so that's one thing to clarify is that a lot of people think that, okay, I know how to trade, let me just jump in after 1 month of trading on a demo. Let's jump straight into 200. How long were you trading on a personal account? That was personal
2
accounts. 2+ years. So after 2+ years, you went to prop firms. So by that time, your psychology to real accounts was already solid. Then you moved into prop firms of 200 because a lot of people, even students might be watching this and they think, you know what, I'm ready for a 200. So this is the difference because he did trade for a long period of time with personal accounts, 2+ years, which is more than what most people spend time on the actual program. But you did that post-program, the old course. Okay, that's good. That's to clarify that. You don't want to get mixed things there. Okay, so with trading now, you said the first big payout
was in January 24.
January 2024.
Yeah, my first payout with the AlphaCapital.
AlphaCapital, and then that was with a 200k account. And after failing 4 or 5 challenges,
I think around 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll show the screenshots of what you did. It's like a breakdown. So do you remember? So that was 4 or 5. You did got your first payout was $32,000.
$32,000.
So that covered up all the losses.
All the losses and much more with that.
Yeah, but that's again 2 years.
That's 2 years of.
But how many months did you spend on trading challenges before you got your first payout?
5-6 months.
Okay, 5-6 months. If you divide that by $32,000, you got like $5,000, let's say, per month. That you'd have made averaged out. But it's that persistency. Like, how comes you didn't give up? Like, well, a lot of people would give up after the first one, the second one. They get scared. Just try another one. Like, I'm talking from a student perspective, so because you have so many students that come in, they do the first 10k challenge. They might lose it after a whole month of trading on it, and they're hesitant to go on to the next one. So what was your mentality like during that process? Like, how could you explain that? Because even a lot of people...
one thing I'd say is having your main income, which is obviously paying your bills and keeping you going. So I'm not relying on prop firms or trading capital or payouts to fund my life or, pay for my bills. So that had me going. I mean, I wasn't really forcing the payouts, and I just knew that this is for me, that this will work. So I kept trying.
With your trading edge, have you kept it the same since when you first started doing the challenges, or did you make tweaks to your trading?
I have kind of adjusted it.
Okay, what's your risk to reward ratio like on most of your trades?
It's nothing too fancy, 1 to 2s, 1 to 3. The odd, you'll get 1 to 5.
How many trades do you take a day?
2-3 trades a day.
Is that on some days you every day or?
No, not every day. Whenever I see.
And in terms of strike rate wise, what kind of strike rate do you go for? Like what's usually your strike rate on average for, let's say, 50 trades or 100 trades?
I'd say my strike rate is about 60-70%. I've been tracking my data through the logs, so it's around 60-70%.
70%, perfect. And with prop firms, do you try to scale that one account, just try to keep that account, or would you consider yourself to be an aggressive trader or a passive trader?
I'd say I'm a bit of both. Like, because I have multiple funded accounts, I do take one account a bit more aggressively than the others. So I do trade aggressive on one account and keep it.
I think you're a very aggressive trader. I think you just, I wouldn't say you're like, when I say passive trader, a lot of people risk like 0.25%.
No, nothing like that. Like, if you want to make money, you got to be risking.
You don't risk 0. How much is your percentage risk per trade?
I think around 2%.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 to 2%.
1 to 2%. Okay. Because when I say passive trader, 0.25, 0.5 is what, because you have so much chart time and it's chart experience, you can go aggressive without it hurting your psychology. But someone else being in that same position, like jumping in brand new, would not be able to do this.
2% would be a big risk,
Yeah, they can easily blow the account fully or go high. But it's about doing it consistently, I guess. So okay, perfect. And with prop firms, so what's your thought process when you start a challenge?
The thought process, I don't look at it as 200k. I look at it as the money I've paid for the challenge. So whether it be like $600 or $700, that's what is at stake. I'm not looking at risking, I've got a 200k account. So that kind of keeps my psychology in check.
So you look at it as a £400, let's say £500 you spend on a challenge, and what's your ultimate goal with it? Like, what do you want to do with that account? What's your main target with that account? Let's go through it step by step. So challenge, let's say you have you already got funded recently with one account in one trade, another challenge in one trade, valuation in another trade.
Yeah, one trade.
So
phase
what
one,
was your
one
thought
trade.
process behind that? Because that's a huge risk, a big risk that you put on that one trade, 40 lots or something, I believe. Was it 40?
40 lots, yeah.
40 lots on one trade, and then another trade, how many lots was that, 20?
I think it was 10 lots on
10, yeah, 10
on-
lots on the second account.
Yeah.
So when you trade like that, a lot of people might be thinking like, how are you trading?
I'm not new to the charts, so I know obviously what I'm doing, what my strategy is, and how the markets are moving. So when I'm risking, when I passed that phase one in one trade, I think I was risking around 4% on the trade, and it was a 1 to 2 trade, which even if I lost, I would have been down 4%, which is nothing. I mean, it's nothing that you can't pull back.
So there's still 6% left. You won't have hit your daily loss.
No, I wouldn't have hit my daily loss.
Yeah. And you're just coming out after a payout as well. So you just got
Yeah.
paid out the day
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So psychology-wise, you're fresh. You got enough money. You're putting back
What I got.
Yeah. So reinvesting your profit
Yeah.
back into multiplying.
Yeah.
So that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Would you say that's usually what your main goal is?
That is obviously a portion of my payouts. Whenever I get a payout, I do try and reinvest, try to get more challenges, more funding. So this was the same thing. Obviously, I just got a payout from AlphaCapital for around $20,000. I got a challenge from them for around $600.
Okay. So how much of your percentage do you allocate towards challenges then? In terms of like payout, do you have like a set amount per month, every quarter?
I don't have a set amount, but I am trying to hit 1 million in funding. So as I get them payouts, obviously I will reinvest them.
Okay, so to counter that, because you don't merge your accounts together.
No.
So how would a $1 million account be beneficial in that sense? Like if you have $1 million in funding, you're still trading on 200K, 200K, 200K.
Yeah.
How would that-
Psychologically, I don't need to make a lot of percentage gain a month to get a huge payout. So if I have like $1 million in funding, I can look for 2.5%-ish on each account, which will give me 10% a month.
And I'm guessing even if one account goes into a drawdown, it doesn't negatively affect your...
No, because I can just get into
psychology.
a fresh account and start fresh again. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Because even though you got $1 million in funding, it could be like 5 accounts of 200K each.
Yeah.
And if one hits 2.5, close that off, payout pending for that one.
Yeah.
Next one trade, next week, you got 4 different accounts for 4 different weeks.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, 2 goes into drawdown, the other 2 still does good. A good strategy. I think that's very good. That a lot of people understand 1 million in funding means that you're just going to merge 1 million account.
It
So why
doesn't
do you
work
think
like
that's not a good idea then?
Because if you're down like 2% on the day or in 2 days, you'll be down 2% across all your accounts. So you'll actually be down 8% if you have 4 accounts or 5 accounts.
So would you say anyone that's trying to do that by compounding their funded accounts, it's a bad idea?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say separate your accounts, trade them separately, because once you're in drawdown in one account, psychologically you'll be thinking, oh, how can I get this back up? What you should do is just get onto a fresh account, trade, get your strategy back, get your psychology back, and then the account is always there. It's in drawdown and you can always bring it back up.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I think that's a good kind of introduction to Hamza to come in. Now, let's look at some of your AlphaCapital progress and what you have done, because I'm guessing people are going to be interested in that. Yeah. All right, moving on to the second part, let's just quickly go into the more exciting stuff to show the actual numbers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your payouts.
So this was the first payout I got in early 24, 18th of Jan 24, which
Big
was
one.
for $32,000. And after I got this payout, I didn't trade for around 6 months. And the payout after that was...
Why did you not trade with that for 6 months?
Yeah, for 6 months. So I had a baby end of 23. And then I got this payout. So obviously I was busy with family, with business, with work. I didn't really have time for the charts. So
psychology-wise, a lot of people want to make $300,000. I mean, it takes a lot of self-control, discipline to be able to step out, isn't it?
It does. Obviously, your FOMO kicks in. You wanna get into trades, but that's just when you have to really know what you're doing. I mean, I had the money. I had a huge payout, and I had work and my business and salary coming from there. So I wasn't in a greed, or like I wasn't trying to get payouts.
Okay, and then
So
what
the
was
following
next
one after that was 8th of August, which was for around $7,000. then 22 August for around $12,500, and then in September, just around $3,000, $2,000.
So how comes you were going for smaller payouts here rather than trading aggressively and trying to go for big ones?
I mean, I did have some losses throughout these months as well, but I mean, once I was in profit, I was just waiting for the payouts. I mean, I wasn't really chasing the money or chasing the huge payouts because I had money coming in from.
And during this time, I'm guessing you're taking new challenges, so you're trying to make up for.
I was taking new challenges at the same time as well. Yeah, I was trying to grow my funding, and these small, I mean, they may look small, $3,000, $2,000, but it is quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like someone's monthly wage.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's still amazing.
And then in December, I had some rejected payouts, which we'll go into in another video.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh? December, $20,000, and then you had another one, 15th, so 35,000 just in December.
Yeah, but back in September.
And September, there was another 16,000.
So, yeah.
AlphaCapital, if they're watching, don't reject Hamza's payouts.
Yeah, and then in January, I got around this was this January, so around $20,000.
So 20K. So this was the most recent one. We're right now in January 16th.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you got 20,000 there. Now to go ahead, now that total is up to about 70,000, I'm guessing. So we go into your challenges. This show your challenges of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't all smiles. There was losses as well. Those failed accounts.
Yeah, no problem. That's the realness that we want to see. Because a lot of people think that these payouts is it, but the show the graph.
So these are all my challenges, past challenges, failed challenges.
Funded accounts as well shows up there.
Yeah, I've lost funded accounts as well. So
okay, so right now we're at 100 per page, and that's roughly around how many? Let me just quickly go here. So you've got about 2 pages worth of this. So you've got success, failed. That technically means you traded on 200 different, not 200 challenges, but 200 accounts, including challenges and funded accounts. So Hamza made a nice little table over here, and if we format this, view, so A to Z. So these are all the evaluations. So evaluations, you did a total of 72. And when did you start? It doesn't show you the dates because AlphaCapital is very hard. So 72 total. Then we got funded accounts. How many funded accounts? We had a total of 20 funded accounts. So if you think about it, 20 funded with 72 evaluations, how much is that? So 20 divided by 72, 20 divided by 72, I said 25% success rate, 27% success rate of getting a challenge to getting funded.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's really good.
Yeah.
It's sick because a lot of people think that if you take four challenges, that means at least one of them you're going to get funded in.
Yeah.
So that's did you ever do the success rate?
No.
No? Never? No. First time, huh? Okay, so then you got verification. So how many verifications we got? We got a total of 30 verification, and then we have 20 funded. So that means 20 divided by 30, that'll be around 75. 20 divided by 30, 66%. So if you get to the verification stage, you're most likely
you're gonna get funded.
Yeah, so it's good numbers. Because a lot of people just look at it and be like, whoa, that's crazy. But if you can get 4 challenges and then you know that your stats show that you can pass one of it into getting it funded, that's a big step itself. And the pricing of these is like what? I can't see any lower than 100. Either 100 or 200, isn't it?
Yeah, they were all 100 or 200.
Yeah, 100 or 200. So that's during a period of how many years? Since when did you start AlphaCapital?
I think I started AlphaCapital when they launched 23 maybe. I can't remember exactly.
23. Yeah, but then obviously for the past 6 months alone, you got about 70,000 1,000, which is sick. But it takes time and graft to be able to do that. Yeah. So anything you want to say to people watching? Obviously, you want to do next video. We'll cover more stuff. But to wrap this up,
just watch out for the next videos.
Yeah, Hamza's Instagram is, what's your Instagram?
It's hamza.trades.
Hamza.trades. So yeah, give Hamza a support, show love, because it's taken him a lot of time and many years to be able to come in front of the camera. So I mean, even your previous trades with your personal accounts, I used to tell you make videos.
Yeah, always.
But I was like, you always pushed it away. So now you moved to Dubai, and you're here in Dubai now. When did you move to Dubai?
Moved to Dubai a month, 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago. What made you move to Dubai?
It's just moved.
I just moved.
Just got up and moved. Yeah.
But you don't want to move for a long time, isn't it? Having the flexibility of trading helps.
Yeah, it is the trading.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, all right, guys. Hope you liked the video of me and Hamza. We'll do more series along the way of the next videos, like how he got rejected with the payouts.
Over 50k.
Over 50k. How he managed to pass a 200k account in one trade, or another evaluation in one trade, verification in one trade.
Yeah.
And then we'll cover it in the next video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Hamza's channel, and we'll get it wrapped up this video.